This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of ERWIN versus Hunter. You all have known each other for 21 years. You've been married, divorced, remarried, and another divorce is possible because of allegations of cheating.
Yes,
Ms.
sir.
ERWIN, you've opened this case today. Tell us why.
Your Honor, I think Emil is sleeping with my friend. He moves very suspect. I don't know when he worked. He has secret phones, secret emails. He has different social media accounts. He just moves very, very suspect.
She always checking up on me like she's my probation officer.
No, I'm his wife. He's not a single man anymore.
I'm
You are
married.
married.
You think he's living the single life?
I do. I think he wants to bring a bachelor's life to a marriage, and you cannot.
Well, Mr. Hunter, you say you feel like you can't breathe. What is this doing to your relationship?
It's making me feel uncomfortable. I can't have any friends. I'm not able to
Because
be
he's
who
not allowed to do what he
I
wants to
normally
do.
am. I talk to people. I talk to females. Any female
Hold
I
on.
talk to, I'm automatically trying to sleep with her. I feel like I should have on like an ankle
Your
monitor or
track
something.
record, though, Your Honor, his track record does not allow him to do anything.
Granted, I
All
had
right,
some
tell me
past
about that.
issues.
Tell me about the track record, Miss ERWIN.
My last straw with him is I was getting up every morning. I was making him breakfast. I was making him lunch. For a whole week, I'm thinking this man is at work providing for our family. This man is at a white girl's house. Fired from his job, had me thinking he was going to work. For a whole week, he was at this woman's house.
He's not going to work.
No,
He's
ma'am.
going to do another woman.
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Cutler.
Yes, ma'am.
If I was cooking you breakfast and you was going somewhere, I don't think you'd be here. I mean, this is...
Well,
So the fact that you still here,
look, but don't stop cooking me pancakes and eggs. How's that?
I won't stop doing that. But you tell
Okay.
me, how did you find out? I mean, okay, you cooking breakfast, fixing lunch. How do you get from that to finding out he's with another woman?
Work, and it was a text message on his phone and said, I hope you can deliver tomorrow what you delivered today. See you tomorrow.
And I take it he's not a delivery person.
He is not.
A whole different kind of package, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and so,
Yes, ma'am.
so then what happened after you read this text message?
So I read the text message, and I like to clean when I'm upset. So I'm cleaning the house, and I find a camera roll. When I found the camera roll hidden, it was ducked off somewhere.
It was in my gym
But-
bag.
A roll of film.
A roll of film, yes.
In
So
my
I-
gym bag. She was being
old school
nosy.
right there.
She's snooping.
So I took it and got it developed myself. And when the pictures came out, everything came together as far as that text message. That's where he was. They had new pictures on the film of him and her. She's taking pictures of him, and he's...
Okay, so you're saying there were naked pictures? There were naked pictures
There
on
were
this?
naked pictures of them both.
Mr. Hunter, Ms. ERWIN says your track record's not good, and it's starting to look like it's not very good.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
You've turned a leaf.
Yeah, I'm a new man.
So that was divorce number one.
That was divorce number one.
All right, but,
You got back together at some point.
okay,
Why?
wait, she's smiling.
Yeah,
She's
see?
smiling. So what did Brother Man do to get you back?
Because I want to know. I'm not planning on getting divorced.
I was about to say, what?
No, I'm not planning on getting divorced.
Okay, all right.
But I want to know.
I invited Emil to come down for his birthday week. He came for a week, and when he came, I'm gonna be honest with you, it felt so natural. He felt natural, and I felt like this man had changed. And that guard went right down.
And so he
came down,
wooed
too.
you back in that week.
Like she said, it kind of felt natural. We kind of just fell back in love. Like I said, we've known each other for years, and it's genuine. It's there. The love is there.
So you get back together. It's good. And you all walk down the aisle a second time. What went wrong?
He loved his privacy. He has to have a secret phone. Everything has to be separated.
Not a secret.
Everything. So
It's a phone.
I decided to take the boys out on an activity day.
Okay.
The kids found the phone in the backseat of the car.
Okay.
They gave me the phone and said, Mom, is this your phone? I said, no. I looked at the phone is active. It's on. Texting coworkers, asking if they
Like
can
a
go out on a
detective, man.
drink, if they can go out, if they can hang out. He was Googling some coworkers on Facebook, whole nother phone that I had no idea about.
Okay, and you submitted a recollection of one of those text messages, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am?
All right. It says, see if blank can switch shifts with you. And Mr. Hunter responds, we should grab a drink together if I'm off. This is the text message you believe you found on his phone.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you think he's flirting with co-workers trying to hook up?
Definitely.
I was
All right,
wanting to
Mr.
hang
Hunter.
out with some other people. A drink is social, talking about work, being with someone other than your
Not
spouse.
when it's you. Not
What?
when it's you.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, Miss Irwin. People network on the job. They build camaraderie on the job. It's not saying meet me at a hotel, blah, blah,
Thank you.
blah. I mean,
And
I
understand
kind of
that, but why not tell me? Why is it such a
Why do I gotta
secret
tell
thing?
her
Okay,
every
so
little thing I do?
Your
That's-
Honor, if that was our only issue, I can deal with that. But then, I think he tried to sleep with my friend.
You think your husband tried to sleep with your friend?
I
She
believe
paranoid.
so. I recently had
Paranoid.
surgery, and I had my friend Samantha come over and give me a massage.
Okay.
I was in the bed for days. I could not get out the bed. I told her that Emil would let her out and see her out to make sure she get out to her car okay.
Okay.
As I'm laying there, I noticed I didn't hear Samantha's car start up for 10 minutes. So I called her to see was she okay, and she said yes. She called me back a few minutes later and said, if I do another massage for you, it cannot be at your house. Your husband was a little too friendly for me.
Okay, Mr. Hunter, were you being too friendly?
She was being friendly with me, Your Honor. I had just got out the
What do
shower.
you mean by that?
I had oiled
Your
up.
Honor.
I was
Wait,
letting her
hold-
out.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. You get out the shower, you oiled up, and her friend sees you.
The comment was like kind of looking back at me like,
Have you had sexual contact with this friend?
no.
No.
Not at all. No.
Did you
That's
hit
that's
on her?
my wife's friend. I wouldn't do nothing like that.
Did you hit on her?
I don't think me being nice to somebody is
That
hitting
was
her.
a lie.
Now,
Okay,
how you-
wait.
That was a lie.
What do you
Did
mean
hear the
being nice?
hesitation?
What does being nice look like?
Get the door for you, letting you out.
But you smiled.
Of course.
And you said something nice back to her.
All right, see you later.
You
No.
went from,
Your
come
Honor.
on. Now, wait a minute, we all grown people. If somebody goes, you just go, okay, thank you. You're gonna be like, it's gonna be a little something. Miss Color, we're gonna demonstrate what it looks
All
like.
right, so I-
And you tell me if this is what happened.
All right, so I just got out the shower.
Ooh,
you know,
wee.
I'm oiling up.
Yeah.
Guns are blazing.
What? Okay.
Guns are blazing.
Yeah, we're going with that.
Guns are blazing, you know.
We're going down the steps.
On to you. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
All right. So, well,
Thank
you know,
And scene.
Thank you.
Yeah. So now
That's
it was
not
a
what
little
happened
close.
in our situation, though. I mean,
It wasn't even close to that.
no.
So the bottom line, Miss Irwin, you think because of this delay, because she told you that she felt uncomfortable and wasn't coming back, you believe he slept with her, or
I believe something happened.
Well, here it is. There's his side, there's her side, and there's the masseuse side. And she is here to testify. Ron, would you escort her in?
yes, sir.
Ma'am. Take you straight up to the witness stand.
Okay.
Would you state your name, please, for the court?
Yes, Samantha Hudson.
And Miss Hudson, what is your relationship with Miss Irwin?
Miss Irwin? Oh, we're friends.
Mr. Hunter says that when you were leaving after having given Miss Irwin a massage, that you looked him up and down because he was oiled, fresh out the shower.
What?
And this is a direct quote. You went, And he just said, have a good day, and sent you on your way. Is that your recollection of that?
Absolutely not.
All right, well, you tell me what you remember
He's so
having
extra.
occurred.
Two
He's
sides to
super
every
extra.
story.
He was like persistent on like literally like taking off his clothes and going into the shower. The bathroom is in the same room as us.
We want to know what happened.
He was expecting a threesome.
And why did you get that vibe? What did he do to give you that impression?
He was making comments like, "Oh my God, that's so sexy," and it's turning me on. And
You giving his wife a massage was turning him on, and you had just had surgery.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, I've had surgery. Sexy is not what it looks like.
Mr. Hunter, were you trying to get a threesome going?
I love my wife. I would never do anything like that.
All right, now you say he was making these comments. Was he making them in her presence or after after you had completed the massage?
No, he made him in her presence.
She just doesn't.
He was walking into the room, and he stood at the door. I didn't even know he was there. I was like standing over her, and her back was to the door, and I was like going, you know, down her back. And he was there. I just happened to look up and didn't even realize that he was there until he was like, made the
comment.
Yeah, and I was like, God, what the, because he's one of those people, you reach to give him a handshake, and he wants to give you a hug,
Oh, boy.
After you finish your massage and you're about to leave, did you have a conversation with Mr. Hunter?
Briefly. We briefly
What was that
had a
interaction?
conversation. I mean, he was just telling me I looked as sexy. I had on leggings that day. He said, your behind is looking nice. This was like, man, cut it out, because I don't have no issues with him. Me and him are cool. I'm really good friends with Ebony. I've come over and visited a few times, but he's just like a sexually charged Power Ranger. He's always
Is that a
super...
compliment?
All right, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
You're welcome.
I think we've had enough testimony. So let's review what we have to see if we can avoid or if we're having divorce number 2. Number 1, he has a past of cheating, and that led to divorce number 1. Number 2, she found a secret phone where he was texting other women. And then the third is this interesting dynamic between Miss Hudson and Mr. Hunter. She felt he was pushing toward some kind of sexual interplay with the 3 of them. So based on that, Miss Erwin has said that if it comes out that Mr. Hunter is in fact cheating, you are done.
It's over.
This court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to call licensed private investigator Eric Eccles and certified polygraph examiner Michael Williams to determine, is he cheating?
Check to the far side of the monitor.
Mr. Eccles.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please tell us what you and your team did to investigate these cheating allegations?
Well, Your Honor, my team and I wanted to find out where Mr. Hunter goes when he's not at home.
Okay.
So we performed covert surveillance and followed his every move over the past week.
As you followed him, did he make any stops that seemed questionable?
Well, I observed Mr. Hunter leaving his home, and it appeared that he was heading for work, but my GPS tracker identified that he was not going to work.
Mr. Hunter, you have a very interesting look on your face. It's interesting knowing you've been...
I didn't know I was being followed.
I mean, yeah, if you knew, he wouldn't be very good.
So, were you able to find anything the next time you caught up with him?
Well, I did see something interesting. As I parked across the street, I saw an unidentified female enter the house.
You saw a woman enter the house?
Yes, Your Honor. But then, upon further investigation, it was discovered that it was actually Mr. Hunter's wife.
All right. In addition to the surveillance that was conducted, we also had you submit to a polygraph examination. Is that correct?
Yes.
And Mr. Williams, you're here with the results.
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Mr. Hunter was asked, have you ever attempted to have physical sexual contact with Ms. Hudson? What was his response to that question?
Your Honor, he said no.
What did the polygraph determine?
On this question, there was significant physiological responses, which indicated to me he was being deceptive.
Told you, girl, I ain't got no reason to lie.
All right. Mr. Hunter was also asked, have you ever had physical sexual contact with another woman since you remarried Miss Erwin on January of 2016? What was his response?
Your Honor, the defendant refused to answer this question.
Mr. Hunter.
This is not looking good.
Wow. Well, I think we know where this is headed. But Mr. Hunter, why would you come to our courtroom to prove that you're not cheating and then not answer the questions?
So them answers don't even mean nothing to me.
Okay, does it mean anything to you that your wife has just placed her ring on your podium and has walked out of this courtroom?
Yes, it does.
Ron, would you please step out and see if she'll come back in?
Yes, Your Honor.
I hope you realize how serious this is. She has demonstrated that she's done.
Here's the thing, Mr. Hunter. This may not mean a hill of beans to you, but it means everything to her. What do you need to tell her?
Ebony, I love you, and I would never do anything to hurt you or jeopardize our marriage. I love you. Please come back.
Miss Irwin, is that enough for you at this juncture?
No.
Tell me why.
I take marriage very seriously. I think marriage is supposed to be forever. The first time I did it, I thought it was forever, and it ended. So for me to sign back up and do it again to get the same results is heartbreaking.
And so what he's saying to you doesn't cut mustard at all.
I don't even hear him anymore at this point.
All right, Mr. Hunter, I don't know what to tell you, except you need to figure it out. We have counselors available for you. And Ms. Irwin, you seem very strong right now, but it's gonna hit you like a bag of bricks. And so we want you to establish a relationship with the counselors so you can manage that space.
Okay.
As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a good relationship. Court is adjourned.